Okay, we've got some changes to the system, and I thought I'd do this quick video just to demo them for everybody. Plus, there's an email with some documentation that the Halden Group sent over that we will forward to everyone. Um, First change revolves the call log report, and I'm just going to pull up a customer. I'm in the test system right now. Just pull up a nav account, and we'll add something to the call log and then show how the call log report has changed. Okay, well, one of the changes is I'm just going to put in a inbound call. We've lengthened the size of the note field. It's almost tripled, which was one of the requests that we had, so you can see. Okay, so a lot more space there to type. I don't know how many characters that is. I think it was detailed in the email, but quite a bit of room to put any notes that you would want to put here. And so anyway, that is now saved. I'll hit OK. And then you can go to the call log. Whoops, the call log report, excuse me. And I'm just going to do it by today's date. I updated several, but if you hit preview, you can see now the note field, this note field appears on the call log with the extra characters. In addition, we've added the responsibility center or department to this report, so that if the user wanted to get this report by date for just the marketing department or customer service, you could filter it by that department. You can see that here. We've got a filter for responsibility center, so you can select that right here. So that was, one of the things that was requested by several people. So we've made that change. And again, this will be shown in the documentation that we'll send to everybody. Okay, the next change that was requested involves service orders. And I guess the best way to demonstrate this is just to go in and create a service order. So I've actually got a customer that I know is a good account to test creating a service order. So let me go to that account number now. Okay, notice here this customer, they're an MC4, so I'm going to create a new service order. Actually, this one is not a good one now that I look at it because they have a declined email account. So this one's better. Yep, 345. I've got my email account in there. So we'll create the service order. All right, notice now we have this field for date set. And the request was made saying that it's confusing, that the actual date that the service order is created is different from the date we actually set an appointment. So it was requested that we put a date set here for an appointment on the service order. So let's go in and show how it works. So I'm just going to create a service order here for a mosquito service. Select that here from the template. And then go in and do the resource allocations. Okay, and let's see, I'm going to set this one for Jonathan at 4 o'clock on Monday. Okay, notice, okay, the appointment, we got the allocation date, of May 14th, 4 p.m. for Jonathan. And then also we've got the date set, which is today's date. So in the previous systems, lead management CMS, we utilized the date set field to run reports from. So we went ahead and put it in here on the service order. Now, if you go to the service item before report, you'll be able to see now we've got this field here, date set, that we can filter this report by. So if I go in and just put in 3/11/16 and hit preview, now it's showing the appointments, and here is the one we just created right here, this last one, but you can get the appointments by date set. Notice that the customer number here is ends in 345. So if I go back to that service order, and let's see. Okay, so here it is, MD345 here. And if I deallocate the appointment, now the date set is blank. And we go back to the service item before. Hit preview. Notice now it no longer appears on the service item before report because we filtered it by date set. If you filtered this report by, this is post, it says posting date, but it's really the date that the service orders are created. If you filtered it by that, you would see here are the ones who actually were set today, and then the ones that were not set are blank. So again, hopefully, I know we've had some issues with tracking appointments. Hopefully this will help everyone be able to get some better reports as far as tracking, based on the date the appointment was actually set. Also, we've added the address field, which is request, onto the service item before report. We also added it to the service item after report. Okay, another change that was made, I'm going to go back to that same service order to demonstrate. Okay, so if you scroll over here, you see on this service order list that we utilize, we've added the date set field onto this so you could filter it on this report by date set. So here you see, here are the ones for March 11th, and then also we've got it by the service subzone code. So if you wanted to get a list of service orders for MC4, MC1, or VM1, you now have the option. You could do it here. You see service subzone code and date set are options. So if I put in 3/11/16, it would give me only the appointments that have a date set of 3/11/16. If I wanted it by the service zone code, subzone code, if I wanted just a list of appointments for, say, VM1 or MC4, now it gives me those appointments. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to pull up the service order that we were using to show that date set functionality. And again, whenever a resource is deallocated, the date set field automatically changes to blank. So I think that covers just about everything as far as the date set feature. Another request that was made concerned this report that actually is on the very opening screen here. Or actually, I'm in the test system. It's not here in the test system. We've got it in the live system. Let me go there real quick. And that's the service order allocation history, where we can get a history, and I'll do it by date today. Whoops, I need to put the 11th in. We can get a list of appointments that were allocated and deallocated. I'm looking for, here we go, allocation, deallocation. We can get that information, and you can get it by customer number or service order number. But what the feedback I got was that it was extra steps to go out of, say, a customer card. Here, if you wanted to see the set or reset or allocation, deallocation from this customer card here, you'd have to go exit out of here, go here to this service order history, and then filter it by that customer number to find the history. And that is a little bit of a process. So going into the test system, I'm going to show the change that we made. And I'm going to pull up, let's see, one that I've been working with. We'll do MD. Okay, now we've got a button here, and we're gonna have to put this on everybody's home ribbon on their customer service card. But see, now it says service order resource allocation history here. If you click on it, it automatically defaults to the history for whichever customer card you're on. So you can see, and this is the test system, you can see here are all of the allocation and deallocation dates for this particular customer. So you're able to see when appointments were set and reset, what date and time, and it also shows you who set and reset the appointments. And if the service hasn't been posted yet, you'll see the service item descriptions. In addition to that, I'm now clicking on a service order. We've got the same functionality on a service order. Right now it's on the Navigate tab under History, and we can change this, but if you click here, it gives you the set and reset history or allocation, deallocation history just for this service order. So it's a much cleaner process to go and see when service orders were set and reset. Okay. Another thing I want to show is back on the customer card. We had an issue with phone numbers, the way they're formatted. You can see these formatted with, the area code, then the prefix, and then the next four numbers separated by dashes. So we're standardizing it now. Whenever you put in a phone number like I am now, once you hit enter, it'll automatically format it, with the dashes. And it will do it for all the phone number fields. So this will be consistent throughout the system, which will make it much easier to search, and find a phone number, or if you're searching for a customer account by phone number. Okay, let's see. Another change that we made, again, I mentioned before that on the service item before report, that the customer address is now displayed. We've also done that on the after report. We've now added the address to the after report. It's a request that was made. Okay, another request, and I can't really show it in the system, but I'm going to show it in the email that I will forward from the Halden Group. And that is on the alerts that are sent out. And I hope everybody can see this, but we've always had the responsibility center on the alerts, for the service order. We're now adding the assigned user ID. I've been told this would help as far as identifying, who should handle, the alert. So we've now added a assigned user ID for the alert. Okay, then the next thing I want to demonstrate is an error correction of an error that we were getting. So again, I'm going to go into the service order that I was working with previously. Okay, here we are. All right, I'm going to change this to 3 hours because we had a glitch where the system was allocating service orders, even in situations where there wasn't consecutive times available for the appointment. So if you had like a 1 o'clock available, the 2 o'clock was set, and the 3 o'clock was available, it would set the appointment for the 1 and the 3, which it should not do. So the Halden Group has made a correction for this. So I'm going to demonstrate it now. So I'm going to go, so again, this is a 3-hour appointment. I'm going to go to resource allocations. And let's look at Jonathan's schedule for Monday. And you can see here, he's got a 9, 10, 11, 12, and there's no 1 available. There's already been an appointment set for the 1 o'clock. So now if you go in and attempt to use the auto allocate feature, selecting the noon as the first appointment time, you'll get this message here saying resource capacity entries must be consecutive. So this will prevent this from happening in the future. Again, this was a glitch that we ran into, we just noticed, and anyway, causing us some problems. So based on this fix, this will not happen anymore. Same thing, let's say you tried the 6 o'clock appointment. You need 3 hours, not realizing it's a 3-hour appointment. You go to hit auto allocate. Again, it tells you that the times must be consecutive. So again, that has corrected that error. So anyway, I think that's it. I'm going to double check my list here. But anyway, yeah, those were the latest changes from the Halden Group. We're going to get an email documentation out to everybody. And also keep in mind that we're probably going to have to, I know definitely on the customer card, which I'm going to go to, we're probably going to have to go in and move this resource out because it won't be on the card once the changes are installed. And actually, these changes are going to be installed this weekend, over the weekend, or actually Friday night. So when everybody comes in on Monday morning, these changes should be there, and hopefully they'll make the system performance a lot better for everyone. And that concludes this video.